If your teen has a traffic ticket tomorrow, there's a way that they can get their fine reduced and get the points off their record.
But they have to earn it by passing a safety course at Sam Boyd Stadium. And Zihad is live this morning to tell us all about it. Zihad, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Brian. You know, the American Traffic Academy offers a course every 90 days. The next one happens to be tomorrow, and this is founder Robert Prevost. Now, Robert, it costs about less than $200, but you say the lessons learned are just priceless.
That's true, Zahid, and first of all, thanks for having us. We appreciate it. These are hands-on car control and collision avoidance driving exercises. So basically, they're geared towards teenagers, generally speaking, and it's an opportunity for them to learn some hands-on skills they can't learn anywhere else.
And these are court-appointed or just parent-appointed kids, is that correct?
Really, it's both. The vast majority of our business centers around juvenile traffic offenders who are required to go through our program in lieu of paying their traffic fine. So they go through our program, they learn these skills, they go back to court, they have their traffic tickets expunged, and then of course our programs are open to anybody who wants to become a better, safer driver.
And we're talking about how age might be the toughest obstacle. What kind of things apply to them at such a young age?
Yeah, you know, when you're young, you know, it's hard to process all this information, all the different things that come at you at the same time on the road, and that's the biggest cause of accidents in addition to obviously driving distracted. So this program really teaches them that paying attention is the #1 requirement when you're behind the wheel. And kids 16, 17 have the greatest propensity of crashing. The vast majority of them will have a crash within 30 to 60 days. And unfortunately, in 2011, we had an increase of 11% in deaths in teenagers. So these kinds of programs are really critical.
Great. Thank you so much, Robert. Now, Brian and Dana, we are actually going to have a teen get behind the wheel. We're going to talk to his parent. He's actually completed the course maybe a couple years ago, and we're going to talk about what difference this has made in his life, and you might be surprised. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that sounds it. All right, thanks a lot, Zihad. It's live in our parking lot this morning.
Yeah, and we all parked kind of off to the side. I think Zahid's going to show us some safety driving, too.
It's 5:37. Good song. Texting and driving, though, isn't only illegal. It could cost someone's life.
Especially teens who are 4 times as likely to get in a crash. Tomorrow, you will learn drivers how to stay safe and not become part of that horrible statistic.
Yeah, Zihad is live at our back parking lot with a little bit of a preview this morning. We all had to move our cars to the corner so we could give him plenty of room to demonstrate.
Hey, good morning, Dana. Yeah, it's just a small inconvenience for a great cause. You know, traffic accidents, whether injuries or deaths, are a huge problem plaguing our valley right now. But you know what? The city of Henderson is actually seeing a 30% drop in incidents, partly thanks to the American Traffic Academy. And this is Nico Dahlheimer, one of the graduates. Nico, what did you learn from the program?
I learned in-depth evasive maneuvering in the program and how to avoid extremely bad situations.
Great. And this is your dad, Philip. Philip, what change have you noticed?
I've noticed his defensive driving skills have really improved, and he always has an exit strategy when we're on the road. His peripheral vision, his awareness of his peripheral vision has widened, so he always has an exit strategy. If some emergency happens, where's he going to go? And
as a parent, what do you think about him taking this course as opposed to just paying a fine?
Well, the car control clinic, I think, is very valuable for all students because it really increases their awareness on the road, and we all need A drivers on the road. We don't want C drivers on the road.
Exactly. Just top quality people, the safest as can be. Now, Brian and Dana, I'm actually going to get in the car, and we're actually going to witness Nico going through one of the drills. So here we go. I'm going to hop in.
Okay.
He's popping in.
All right, Robert, tell us what we're doing here.
Well, basically, we're going to go through the most basic emergency reaction skill, which is panic braking and braking and steering. And for this pass, we're just going to focus on understanding how it feels to hit that brake pedal with all your force. So the brake pedal is going to modulate, it's going to bounce back, and most people have no idea how it feels.
All right, are we ready?
Yep, we're ready. Let's go. So it's hard acceleration and then hard brake.
Whoa.
Quite
there you go.
Stop.
Okay.
So basically, most people never get an opportunity to experience this very sensation.
Great. Now, can we unlock the doors here? There we go. So Brian, Dana, that is just one of the many tips people can use. You know, teens driving, you know, whether there's a pedestrian, someone crossing the road, just cars just changing lanes last minute. These are just some important tips for people to stay safe. And of course, if you want more information on this car clinic, just go to 8newsnow.com and type in the keywords safety course.
All right, interesting. Thanks a lot, Zihad. Good example.
Great information. I can also confirm that your car was not dinged at all.
Well, whether watching out for pedestrians or not texting behind the wheel, drivers, especially teens, have to look out for that.
Tomorrow, your teen has the chance to be equipped with everything they need to know to be safe. And Zihad is live this morning outside with some tips about safe driving. Zihad?
Hey, Brian, the American Traffic Academy holds classes every 90 days. The teens that go there are either enrolled by their parents or ordered by a judge to do so. And it's especially important this time of year because, get this, prom is actually the deadliest day for teens on our roads. With more on that is Robert Prevost, the founder of American Traffic Academy. Robert, why is it the deadliest day?
Well, obviously a couple of reasons. One, proms happen at night. Nighttime is the most dangerous time of the day for teens to be out there driving. Notwithstanding, of course, all the activities that surround prom, kids not driving distracted and what have you. So big opportunity for things to go bad.
How important is it for teens to enroll in this? I know there are a lot of benefits to this.
Yeah, there sure are. Basically, the kind of skills that the kids are learning through our program are skills they can't learn pretty much anywhere else. So we're talking about panic braking, emergency lane change maneuvers, wet skid control, and of course, distracted driving.
And we actually have a teen here that's graduated your program. His name is Gerald. Let's check out what he's about to do.
Great. All right. Well, basically what Gerald's going to do here is an emergency lane change, which means at the very last second, he's going to have to change lanes. In this case, he did a braking exercise, so just applying the brakes to make sure that you understand how ABS works.
And is that one of the common mistakes that teens don't know how to do, is just apply to emergency situations?
Yeah, basically, people know in an emergency they're going to hit the brakes, the first thing they do. But what happens, they forget to steer. And so ABS really allows you to brake and steer at the same time. That's the benefit.
Sounds great. And what are some other common mistakes that teens make, especially on prom night, which what we talked about?
Yeah, well, usually they're going to be driving with a girlfriend or with several friends in the car, so distracted driving is a big problem.
Great. And how can parents get enrolled in their program?
Basically, they just visit American Traffic Academy, and they can sign up online. And again, they'll see the dates, and the cost of the program is only $180.
Great. Very affordable. It's for a great cause. And Brian and Dana, we've kind of blocked off our Channel 8 parking lot here, and I got to ask you guys, who drives a white Explorer? I don't know. One of you guys?
He thinks he's joking about me, but I sold that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I sold it. Zihad, I got you. Because I used to drive a white Explorer.
With a lot of miles on it.
So whatever prank you're pranking on my white Explorer with 150,000 miles, it's currently in Torrance, California. I sold it to my niece.
It was good effort. It was good effort.
Good effort, Z. Trying to be funny this morning. All right. Well, it's
Victory.
Victory, yeah. All right, some good tips out there in the parking lot, though. Some interesting things that you can learn. You don't think about often, You take your test, you move on, you start driving, and you forget.
You need to be reminded. Great and helpful information. Speaking of driving.
Hey, auto pedestrian accidents, texting, all that, just not paying attention. They're hazardous for teen drivers out there, and really anyone, and the results could be deadly.
Tomorrow, the American Traffic Academy offers the chance to learn important life-saving skills on the road. Zihad is live. He's been doing some stunt driving, but all for safety this morning. Good morning, Zihad.
Hey, good morning, Brian. New drivers, especially those 16-year-olds, are 4 times as likely to get in a crash. That's why clinics like these are just so important. We've converted the Channel 8 parking lot into a basic mock safety course, and we also have teen drivers. This is Gerald Daniel. He's actually gone through the program. Gerald, talk to us a little bit about how important this program was to you.
The program, well, when I was very young, when I was 16, when I just got my license, I actually got in a car accident. And it was pretty bad. If I was 2 more feet in front of this power box, I would have hit it and I would have been died. But the program helped me, and since then I haven't had a crash. And they teach you the basics that you need to know for driving. It's a very good program.
Great. And Gerald's actually going to demonstrate some of the moves they actually learned during this all-day clinic. And his mom, Sandy, is here. She tells us that she woke up to basically a nightmare about a couple of years ago. You found out that Gerald was actually in a crash.
Yes, it was one of the parents' unbelievable nightmares. I got the phone call. He said, "Mom," he said, "I'm hurt." I could hear his voice. However, he was crying. At the same time, the officers were calling. We jumped out of bed. We flew down there. I got there at the same time, the ambulance. There was smoke. The car had been totaled. He had lost control during a turn. It was wet here in Vegas, and he hit a palm tree. The tree fell, and then he actually ended a few minutes from the electrical box, and the officer said he would not be here today if he would have landed a few more inches away.
And what would you say to parents to kind of encourage their teens to get involved?
Absolutely. I think this was the best thing. The court did mandate Gerald to take this, but it has changed his life.
And we see him actually practicing some of the moves right now. And do you actually see him practicing a little safer habits on the road?
Absolutely. It's been almost 3 years, and I completely think it's changed how he handles the car, and he values his life and how important driving is.
Great. Thank you so much, Sandy. And we can, as Gerald continues to show us a couple moves here in the parking lot, for those of you at home who want your team to take part in this program, all you have to do is go to 8newsnow.com, type in the keyword safety course. You can find out all the information about times, locations, and price. It's just a little less than about $180, which can go a long way when it comes to saving someone's life.
That's for sure. Thanks lots, Zahid. Some great tips this morning and some good interviews, too.
Worth every penny, and not one cone was knocked down. So clearly the safe driving is working. Now,